Hi, I'm Cory, an artist and instructor here at Bainbridge Island Museum of Art, and today we're learning about stencil making. First things first, you always have to know that there's a positive and a negative for every stencil that you make, a positive and a negative. So, stencils can be pretty straightforward, where all you do is do a little bit of cutting. Typically, a stencil is something that you use to mask or spray or use to cover a certain area. So typically we have basic stencils such as something like this, number 8, where you have negative and positive, where you can cut out the positive or cut out the negative and use it as a masking tool to spray through. In my art, I use all kinds of different stencils. I prefer to be a little bit more creative than your typical stencil use, and I use them in so many different ways. I use them for covering, masking, shooting through. One of my favorite stencils that I like to use is lace. It's pretty basic. You can buy any kind of lace and use that to lay down onto your medium, and you spray through it. You can also use something as simple as your store-bought letters. It seems that there's so many different materials that you can use to make a stencil, whether it be paper, plastic, cardboard, or found materials such as lace or leaves or organic matter like that. I find the best materials are sometimes plastic because you can use them a little bit more. So for instance, I have some diamond shapes here that I've cut out using plastic. But I also like to use just paper on my paintings because I use mixed media. I use a lot of heavy texture, and with paper, you can mask them very easily onto your surface. So here's some paper, and I just went ahead and drew a little bit of inspiring saying, "Make art, not war." And I'll show you just how you can cut that out. Some must items that you might need to help your stencil making is a nice X-Acto cutting mat and a nice sharp X-Acto knife. You can get those any local hardware store or anything like that. So I've got my recycled material that I've drawn some sweet letters on, and I'm just going to start cutting those out and saving the letters. Cool, so stencil's done. Now we're ready to give our stencils a go. First we have our lace. 3M77 is a great tacking glue that you can use to hold your stencil onto your canvas. So we'll apply a little bit on both sides, canvas and our lace. You always want to try to get your stencil as flat as you can. You can never use too much of the spray glue. We've got our plastic that we created some diamond stencils in. And now we've got just some of our store-bought pre-made stencils that are always fun to use. Now let's try to switch it up and maybe do something different. Now in this stencil, we've used the positive rather than the negative. And there you have it, a quick, easy stencil project. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you'll share your stencils that you make. Tune in next time for Art in Action.